unlocked the ability to go and do the turtle. So I was like, okay, let's go do that side quest. I did like 10 minutes of main story.
So I'm guessing, is this dungeon connecting us to the Stormblood new expansion stuff?
Yeah, the whole storyline.
Here at the end.
Here at the end.
Realm Reborn was doing that too, right at the very end, right? Getting us to Heavensward.
Yep, this is the equivalent of about when we were starting to fight Negrisormer in that one dungeon.
Right. Some pretty hot pants.
Yes.
Just automatic tether. So that's on you regardless of what I do. Or it's on Darkstar. Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess you should have checked everybody's gear is repaired.
Oh man.
Yes.
We went ahead and did and finished Somal off stream. It was much easier. I was like, man, this is a really hard dungeon. I didn't appreciate how much like having your gear working makes sense or contributes, you know. One of these guys is a healer. I can't tell which one though. Should be the Sagittarius, right? Or maybe I'm just a crazy person, but I could have sworn I saw one of their health totals go up.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't watching their cast bars.
Could just be me being slow on DPS because I was trying to tune in the stream and turn the volume down. DPS.
Oh no, I just thought I saw one of their health totals actually increase. I'll watch these guys, maybe not quick.
You guys caught on to the Resident Evil 7 hype?
I've heard it's really
Yeah.
good.
Dude, I watched the entire stream for several people now.
Really? Yeah.
Like, I did not expect to enjoy the game, otherwise I probably would have waited and bought it. But it's
Yeah,
very
for
solid.
real. It's so much different than the recent Resident Evils that I'm used to. Like
I know that
it's
got them some
everybody's-
negative feedback, but
Oh, really?
well, initially when it
but
was
for
first
changing.
announced, yeah, but now they're like, wait, never mind. This is pretty awesome. Disregard.
I mean, it's kind of like the PT, the Silent Hill, just the
Yeah.
whole game of that, which is.
I wonder
pretty
why
awesome.
they kept it in the Resident Evil universe. Like maybe they just needed to have the brand recognition or something. Since
Well,
it's
so watching a guy play it that was big into Resident Evil, there's a little bit of tie-in towards the end,
Yeah.
and like watching that reveal after playing, 12 hours of this kind of new game, it had some payoff. Like it was kind of neat.
That's cool.
So I think it was just actually it kind of seems like they're maybe setting up a better tie-in with the next game. Like they're gonna kind of throw it back to the main series somehow.
I mean, Apex and me played RE5
Sheva!
co-op back in the day.
Sheva!
Yep, punching the big ass rock. That was 5, but we never played 6. But I've heard that 6 kind of escalated the story so much that they almost had no choice but to roll it back a little bit into what 7 became.
And I also
So
heard
that's-
that 6 was trash.
Yeah.
So they wanted to change from that anyway.
I feel like games that have a long storied a really big franchise, having a really shitty entry tends to be good for this series, so long as it's not so bad that it kills the series, you know? Like,
Yeah.
they have that response, like, okay, we have to make it not suck that bad.
What's pretty exciting is, I mean, they're clearly learning from the Outlast and the Amnesias of the horror worlds.
Yes.
So it's nice to have people that have an actual goddamn budget and they're not an indie studio implement these ideas.
Well, especially because this one is very tuned to VR. I watched a guy play it on VR, and it's the first game that I've seen, horror game, that takes advantage of some of that stuff.
Yeah, so it's like the first game that the VR doesn't feel like it's a neat little, like, quirk, you know, it actually focuses on it. It's a sell for VR as a platform.
And it's, you know, it's still short. I think even the other Resident Evil games were longer than this one. Maybe not a ton longer, but you know, it's a spectacle, and it's an enhanced spectacle if you're in VR. It's not just, oh, jump scare, gotcha, you know.
Andrea's sister, so my sister-in-law Lisa and her boyfriend are going to be playing Resident Evil 7 with VR later today on Twitch. Be sure to check them out.
Oh,
I'll throw
cool.
it on the host when I'm done. Hey, thanks for the host, Storm. Should follow already. Magitech Claw. This is your, like, Final Fantasy VI looking, you know, like the ones you actually fight in the game.
Well, there's a little air guide.
That's
Sky
cool.
armors.
Lead up into getting on the floating continent.
Yeah,
Had to
great.
fight these dudes.
I like how, like, the other Magitech armor, the one you get as a mount, looks like the stuff on the box art.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
these guys look like the ones you actually fight in game. It's pretty cool.
These
Okay,
guys
so I
are a
guess
pain on a little bit of a run.
running into the Sky Armors earlier was telling us about the tethering mechanic. Oh, is that part hard in a low-level FF6 run? Is that just part of the speed run, or...?
I just did a random low-level run. The speed run had a little less of an issue, but yeah, for whatever reason, that part is kind of a little bit of a gauntlet. There's maybe
like
4 or
fights
5
in a row.
parts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you just don't have a lot of DPS. The route has changed a lot since I ran it, so there may be a better way to accommodate all that now. But there's definitely 4 or 5 parts that are hectic. That's one of them. They all come in weird spots too. It's like the escape from the Magitech factory is never a problem at all. All of
In
a
a
sudden,
normal
becomes a
game.
huge issue with the magmas.
That's pretty fun, though. I like that. Like,
Yeah.
something you don't ever really think about.
It's worth giving a shot, either a low level or a speed run, if you've got any interest. Probably
As-
a low level because it's not like a committed 6 hours. But
Sure. It's
It
part of
doesn't
my
really
second
make it
quest
fun.
playthrough. I'm definitely going to play through Final Fantasy VI again, so having some kind of
Oh,
challenge
yeah.
component to it would be cool. I'll probably also do that's one of the games I picked up in Japan, so it'll be part of the Marstead Learns Japanese with Super Famicom Games project, but that'll be far future. Like, first I have to do Mother 2, since it's all hiragana and katakana.
It's awesome. That's definitely doable too, by the way.
That'll be fun.
Hiragana and katakana, I think I learned in a month or 2. Most people get it in their first Japanese class.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
really that big.
2 alphabets, not a big deal.
Yeah.
And once I'm
they're
able
so
to
much
do
more
that,
logical.
right. I have some kanji background just because I did 4 years of Mandarin Chinese, and kanji are Hanzi.
Then you're literally 2 years, or you're about 2 months away from being ahead of every Japanese language student is going to be, because it takes them years to get any significant amount of kanji.
Mother 2 is going to be perfect though, because then once I know the hiragana and katakana, I should be able to look stuff up, because that's how you search stuff on Google Translate. You type in the Romaji, converts it to hiragana or katakana for you. That was really cool. I was reading that Legends of Localization book from Fangamer that Tomato did about how Earthbound was localized.
Oh, is that cool? I saw that.
Oh, it's so good. You should grab it. It's a really good book. He also did one on Zelda. The Earthbound one is much better. Oh, Knight, double crossbar is the best. The fact that I can see all my abilities on the screen all the time, I've got more than enough for all my skills too now. Unless if they add a significant number of additional skills in the next expansion, I think it'll be good to play on controller indefinitely with double cross hotbar. Yeah, I was reading there and it was like, it's super weird apparently that Mother 2 only has hiragana and katakana, and it's part of like a stylistic decision in that game. And it means that there's like 1 or 2 points in the game where kanji actually shows up, and it's a super stark contrast when it does. There's like this sequence, I don't remember if you guys have played Earthbound, but there's a part where you're like drinking tea with the Mr. Saturns, and that is like all kanji.
That's what I was assuming. Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. And it was part of like the effort to draw that part out as being different and like establish that Ness and the person holding the controller, the player, aren't the same person, which is like, that's the big thing that Earthbound's all about. This is pretty cool with the conveyor belt dropping dudes in here.
Yeah. It's a fucking Wallmaster.
Yeah, right? Knight, do you play around with the controller much, or are you mouse and keyboard too? Before you get to Heavensward, without having the double cross hotbar, that was about enough to play with the controller, but then once you get the extra 5 or 6 Heavensward skills, it's like you just barely don't have enough. You have to switch bars every so often. It's frustrating. I'm really glad they added it. Oh shit. It'd be hard to get these guys pointing the right way. Oh, it's totally worth it. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty much all muscle memory for me now too.
Yeah, I'm glad it's about that way for me at this point too. Still playing on a controller.
Still doing PS4?
Yep. I really do, like, I know people love their Xbox PC controller and Xbox One controllers, but man, I just love the DualShock 4 on PC or PS4.
I think the PS4
4
controller and the Xbox One controller are both super solid.
Yeah.
I don't care as much for the little touchpad thing on the PS4, so that's the only thing that edges out the Xbox One controller for me, or having the share button.
Yeah, I can see that.
They're not deal breakers, but it's the kind of thing where it's like, I would love to have a button combination that always triggers a share command, but I press that thing accidentally so often, assuming it's the select button in PS4 games.
It's the, it reminds me of the one real criticism I have of Bloodborne, which is the gesture controls that you can press just by holding the X button and randomly shaking the controller on accident.
Wait, there are gesture controls in Bloodborne?
Yeah, you get it's called a salty gesture. You're just trying to spam the X button to do something, or just to confirm something, and oh, what, you wanted to actually do something productive? No, you're just going to sit here and do a gesture.
I don't think that ever happened.
A lot.
Or if it did, I must have never
noticed. A little
noticed
bit of your playstyle.
Yeah.
It does depend on your playstyle. If you're the kind that likes to queue up actions by spamming a lot in that little window when you're queuing them up, then it's more susceptible to you.
Right. Beetle Burst. Yeah, it seems pretty bad. I don't know if we can stun some of that. Kill one of them when they do it again.
I'll stun the high HP guy if he happens to do it.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm a little bit on autopilot here.
Yeah, no worries.
We should have noticed he was casting this thing, because I've done it.
Apex has us covered.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's neat.
So this is a reskin of the 7 out of 13, the original raid boss.
I see. I feel like I'm excited if they keep the Garleans around, because it's just more and more Final Fantasy VI hype forever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think they've embraced that part of Final Fantasy lore. Like, even 15 features Magitech pretty prominently.
That's cool.
So I think they're just kind of, this is Final Fantasy now.
Yeah. People like this part. Dynamic Sensory Jammer. Stream Caution. What does that
Don't
say?
do action. Don't do movement until the status is done.
A penalty view assessed for any action performed, I see. Okay. Refractive laser. Distress beacon.
No, he's making
Holy shit.
Oh my god. What's with these big poles today, Marstead? Jeez.
Tommy's gotta chill now. Oh god. Wow.
Oh shit.
Okay, that's a thing. We'll use a cooldown next time. Yeah, I could see him being like the spider from 8. Oh shit.
We have the caution thing.
Yeah,
Right.
my bad.
Attack. Oh, I guess we're dead. Shit.
XATM092, right? That's his full letters. The guy in Dalit from 8.
I think
He's
so.
also in the demo for the game. Which came with Brave Fencer Musashi. I remember playing that demo over and over.
Yeah.
That was a
trying
very
to-
irreverent game.
When I did Dragon Quest VIII for the 3DS, like I was sitting there trying to think, why was this the first Dragon Quest game that I played? I could not remember for the life of me. And someone's like, "Yeah, I totally remember playing this game because it came with the demo for Final Fantasy XII." And I was like, "Oh, that's why I played this one." Pretty sure I bought it just for that demo.
What took you down so fast? I was DPSing anyway, so I probably could have stopped it.
All the ads just focusing me at
Just
once,
ads.
and I didn't use
Okay.
any cooldowns. So this time I'll gather them up and then throw up some cooldowns to help a little bit.
Well, I just will make sure not to. There's more of them than when we were fighting them a minute ago, so I will not DPS during that.
We should have pretty good AoE DPS between me and Darkstar. Shouldn't have to deal with it too long.
It's a pretty cool attack, though.
Yee.
Don't move or do actions, is it?
Yeah, or don't cast, don't move.
Oh, no auto attacks either. Okay. So you gotta like move away from him as he's casting it, so you're not accidentally auto attacking. I guess you could turn off auto attack, but it's a pain in the ass to do it. Magitech bit. Oh yeah. What did Magitech bit do?
Oh, those like cast really strong magic. One of them healed and one of them cast magic, I think.
I think it's the little, yeah, they spawn on the sides in this one. So it's like the B fight in this one instead of being like a
Yeah,
6.
okay.
Sheathing your weapon. try doing that. Sensory Jammer. Oh yeah, sheathing's easy with the controller. Call. I'm surprised how much of this fight is RNG. I would have thought it was just a scheduled thing that he would summon the ads.
Yeah.
Here he goes. Ads.
Alright. Go.
Sensory Jammer.
Fuck.
Good tip, Knight, about sheathing the weapon. It's a button press that I almost never used. Why is it even on the controller?
I moved mine to a less convenient part of the hotbar.
Mm.
Use it all the time on PC. It's just one of those
Style
things that I
things.
have easy access to. Yeah. Well, honestly, it's because I like the idle animation.
Yeah.
I don't like it on others.
Sensory Jammer. Because I don't think you can turn around anymore to stop auto attacking. They changed that in a recent patch, right? If you're facing away, you still auto attack. Because it was significantly affecting certain classes' DPS if they had to turn away from a gaze attack. Alright, here we go again.
Kill the boss. Just kill the boss. Just kill the boss.
Nice.
Nice.
That was a cool fight. Hey, almost.
That looks kind of neat.
I think that's an upgrade. Yes.
Barry didn't get on the elevator. Rip. Rip World of FFXV.
Are you able to get back up? Do we have to come down with you? Oh, we're good.
No, the fairy didn't.
All good.
I see.
I was just joking that Eos didn't make it.
Gotcha.
That's right. Yeah, they call the whole world Eos. It's weird.
Yep. You guys can't hear my crunching on stream, can you?
It's not too bad.
No, you're okay.
Okay.
Oh, look at the gunship. That's pretty cool.
Oh. Darkstar's gentlemanly pose reminded me that there's more Hildebrand to do that I haven't done.
Is there any new trials from it? I still have to do the second trial, which sometime if you get free time hit packs, you should unlock it. It's pretty hyped.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet, I just know what it is from the description and from what happens in the story at that point.
I don't think there's any new dungeons or trials involved in the last couple patches worth of Hildebrand.
What's the last like cool character you remember from Hildebrand Apex? I don't remember if you were further ahead than Matt was.
I did the battle at the bridge, and that was the last thing I did.
That was the last thing. Okay, cool.
It's right up there where you're at, basically. A few posts out. Just whenever you're in the mood for Looney Tunes, go do it.
Yeah.
Bunch of dudes. Calling the Galvanize.
Oh man, we're getting to the top of this thing.
Yeah, this is a neat dungeon.
Very timely to talk about having a dungeon with a wall, as far as American politics.
Yeah.
Wait, why are we fighting? These guys. They seem like they should be friendly. They've got like the Grand Company gear on.
Yeah, because remember the cutscene before this, they established that, oh no, we have to go save our comrades because the Griffin has infiltrated Grand Company men in disguise.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And the intent being to force the Empire's hand at kicking our butts in the Grand Company. Oh no, the Grand Company attacked us, we better go whoop them. When in reality it's just a little third party.
Can you like give me the deets on like the Warriors of Darkness? We watched the cutscenes, but there's been so much gap in between each time we play. My perception is that they're from a different worlds in the sense of like Dark Souls worlds, like, or different servers. Like,
yeah,
they destroyed their world or something.
I think that's what I remember. Is they are they were the heroes of light in their world, and they failed or something, or they made a deal with the Ossians at some point before or after.
They don't technically have physical form, or they're like immortal or something like the Ossians. There's some throwaway line about that.
There's something about that.
Yeah, they had to like sell their soul to be able to teleport like the Ascians do between worlds. But I think what it was like a link between worlds kind of thing.
Yeah.
And theirs, the light got too strong, and so they are the Warriors of Darkness that had to rise up to fight that down.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Link Between Worlds seems like a good comparison. So they're like the Princess Hilda. Interesting. Why did they come to our world? What do they want from us?
I think that they lost, so the light overcame their world, and somehow they could use ours to get theirs back.
I see.
They were gonna fuck us up to get their world back, basically. So like true evil version of Warriors of Light, like fighting against all costs. But they'll just also beat somebody else up too.
Hey, we finally get to go up against this asshole, right? This is the guy from the end of Realm Reborn who betrayed everybody.
You do better do. Ilberd. You do better do.
Oh my god. Oh my god!
Was it really that non-obvious to me? Like, oh, somebody who's a friend of Alamigo and doesn't like the Grand Companies. I wonder who they've established in the story that's like that.
There were 13 worlds, they died and bound their souls to crystals of light to move to a different one. Okay. I wonder if they're going anywhere cool with there being 13 worlds.
I always forget how much people in the game understand about Zodiark at this point. They've brought him up several times now.
With Frozen.
I don't know what our characters know.
Couldn't get behind him in time, sorry. So I have a little target icon on me. I'm trying to see what it does.
Reduces your accuracy.
Okay.
Oh, they didn't lose. They won super hard.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It's a really cool attack animation.
I see. I see. Oh my god!
Maybe minimize the amount that hits you all at once.
No, just don't be in the middle. I mean, do be in the middle. Oh, wait. I see. Never mind.
I see what's happening.
No, we're supposed to kill? It's because we're supposed to kill the blades of the griffin. Probably.
Kill one in the middle so that we're not all standing in an AoE, I guess. Yeah, that was pretty sweet animation. Fucking John Connington over here. Yeah, so I guess we pick one to focus down, and the one in the center makes sense, and then we can stand where it was.
I thought he was doing the center AoE and that would be better or something.
Yeah, that would make sense. I didn't even
realized
notice there was a sword in the center until it was too late. I was attacking one of the ones outside. Restraint collar. Okay. So it's like the jails in the Titan fight, presumably. Hey, sir, let's screw him.
Yep. Yep.
Got it.
Get him.
Roger, roger.
Get the best mage. Yeah, the his sloppy dialogue is a meme now. That he says there.
Oh, sloppy.
Sloppy. I don't even play on English and I know how he says it. That's how much of a meme it is.
To turn up the voices, I don't think I even heard it.
We finished Poltergeist last time, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we have this A12 and Dunscaith, and then we're done with Heavensward. We just gotta go back into, like, Coil.
I think that's why I was getting confused with the Warrior in the Darkness's background, because the Nukelhai guy is also from the world of the Void and tells you in a similar kind of background thing.
The dude with the mask? With all the
Yeah,
Fiend
kid.
quests? Okay. Alright. So, differences this time, kill the sword in the middle and stay there. And if there's a restraining choker thing, you gotta bust it down so the person can move again. See if there's other mechanics later. He does something that, like, roots me, and then he does the big, huge, wide AoE. It's difficult to get past, so I probably just need to stay close to him so I can avoid that.
How'd you like these?
Here he goes.
Sloppy.
There's Sloppy.
I'll tear you
So-
limb from limb.
Does he stun everybody when he does that attack, or is it just me?
I got stunned too, but I just was closer to him so I could get away both times.
I see.
I don't know what if he jumps to a random spot that's far from you.
Lion's Head is summoning these swords, which is really cool.
Have you now?
And we're gonna murder his middle sword.
How'd you like these?
Before he can finish his cast.
Yeah!
Now it's
Sloppy.
ah shit.
Sloppy. There's a way to avoid flash powder. Oh, it's probably facing him, right? That would make sense. Alright, I'll call it out. Restraint collar. Oh, it has a cast bar too. Yikes. Alright. I would explain why it didn't hit me one time, the
Sloppy.
flash powder. Sloppy.
Yeah. I'll tear you limb from limb.
Claw of the Griffin.
Yeah. Sloppy. For Alamigo!
That's a tank buster. Alright, here comes the big swords again. Get back in the center. Yes.
I have you now. Yeah. How'd you like these?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't have it targeted, so I missed flash powder there, but I think we used it.
Sloppy. Yeah.
Here's the collar.
Yeah.
Let's hit you with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It goes.
Oh God!
I know, right?
Why can't you guys just shoulder tackle over?
Sloppy.
So easy.
Why don't we just...
Just be a Dark Knight or a Monk, man. It's easy.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
tank buster
Tank
thing?
bust.
Yeah. Sloppy. For Alamigo!
Lion
It
Shed.
says sloppy a lot. This is the
Something.
big... Summoning swords.
I have you now. Yeah. How'd you like these?
Flash powder.
Thanks. Flipped away.
There's just enough blades on screen when I point completely vertical. Make it a target and not just the center one. Almost like they designed it that way.
Huh.
Sloppy. Yeah.
Kala.
Yeah.
Maybe he likes to hit you with that. Did he hit you the first? Well, I guess maybe he prioritizes the healer.
Yeah, all this fight he's hit me, but not the last time.
Yeah. Yeah.
The resistance leader, the Griffin. Was it?
Sloppy.
It might be a feature rather than a bug. It's not great for me. I have a lot of people who leave the stream up to help with quality options and the like, and then now that it doesn't load automatically when they're leaving it up AFK.
For Alamigo!
But it's probably good for auto hosting. It's frustrating for people to have streams go off at like 3 in the morning. GG, that was a cool boss fight. Good dungeon. Yeah, I'd like it to be an option too. We'll see. Flarrowing with that cloud armor.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Oh, the one that I have now. I thought you were talking about the one that dropped.
Oh no.
Huh? Ugly thing that dropped.
Alright, so we can do 8-12 pretty much right away. I'm gonna take a quick break, run to the restroom, be right back.
You're gonna want to watch the cutscene.
Oh, okay. I'll wait for the cutscene.
Why not?
You've beaten me, aye.
Yay, auto-advancing text that has voice
But you
acting.
cannot stop what I've begun. Behold, a glimpse of things to come.
If anyone else is on our data center and would like to join for A12 in Dunscaith, we'll be opening a party finder, 8765.
We did it! We showed the bastards! Aye! Victory is ours!
And who knows, lads? Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on their bloody doorstep.
Yeah, we're on Ultros. I think that's Primal.
This is for Alamigo, for Eorzea. They die that others may live.
Hey, this fucking Laurentius guy. He's gonna get a payoff? This is the dude where you have to like talk to him 20 times. Yeah, we got a bunch of folks on here. Poe, Tommy.
Guards! Attack!
That's the biggest because it's got Balmung on it and Gilgamesh.
I see.
That's why Ether matters.
Balmung is the RP server and Gilgamesh is the Reddit server?
Seven
Yep.
hells. Do you hear that?
I would say we're probably the next biggest data center if I had to guess.
Yeah,
That-
baby
War
Chi-Chi.
machines! How did they get here so quickly?
Evil potatoes.
Stand your ground!
Maybe it's just that we're
For
the
the
next
resistance!
North American one or something.
Hmm. It's the erotic roleplay server? Great.
Yeah.
Hey, 255 hours in Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward.
There's nowhere to run.
16-bit
We're cut
game.
off.
We have to stop playing now. I guess 8-bit, right?
Yeah.
256 and then 65, 535 is 16.
Gods help us! What are we thinking? The Empire's too big. Too powerful.
Y'all mouse and keyboard scrubs don't get that rumble during cutscenes, missing out on the experience.
Oh no.
Grant us the strength to crush our
Rolger? Should I recognize that? It's not like one of the gods that were in character creation have never come up since then, right?
What?
I'm not at the what yet. What's it?
There you are.
I don't know, man.
See, our infiltrators did not elude me for long.
What do we do? This is a massacre!
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Ilbird, I should have known. This has to end. It has to end now. Do you not see your countrymen dying? Have your ideals rendered you blind even to that? Order the retreat, and we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand? You truly are a sheltered child, Leverrier.
Oh shit. I can see why you didn't want us to skip this cutscene.
No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that
yeah.
such power was not meant for mortal hands.
They've been building up this
How long
dick
have
for
I
too
struggled to
long.
reach
Just
this
kill him here.
point? My countrymen, so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have surrendered to their apathy and their appetites. Were it not for the glint of Lodorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my call. Take back our homeland! Free Al Amigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal
Knock
should
yourself out
wield
there, sir.
these eyes, then I shall gladly become a demon. I
Leave the
will
party finder
suckle
open
on the
for a few
souls of the
minutes. Go to the
hopeless
restroom.
and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve.
What exactly do you mean to do?
You need to use these eyeballs to become a big asshole.
Did you
Bigger
hear
asshole.
their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure
Summoned, right?
purpose.
That's the whole rule, that the gods exist because of the power of crystals and faith
Summon.
combined. You summon it.
You cannot mean to
Yeah.
fight the Empire with a primal. You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power.
Oh yes, I
It's
know
one of their most
limitations.
brilliant
Which is
mechanics.
why I will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
The black worm of the calamity is Bahamut, right?
Yep.
Dreadworm. Is it Neo Bahamut? Tiamat?
What? Here? Now?
The undead seen Tiamat already.
Like hells you will!
She was in Azazla sitting there on the ground, right?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. It was cool. She's the one that was like bound up in Azazla?
Yeah.
An ending to mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all! Ah!
That crazy face.
Voice actors having fun.
Yeah, thanks for not letting me go to the restroom. That's what auto played behind me. I've been like, oh, Baelsar's walls are pretty cool. Man, they did a good job. This should have been this game continues to impress with all the corpses, just the way they use color. Wow. That's
Yeah.
creepy. There's answers. Which we should be associating with Bahamut, right?
I just associate it with Dragon Eyes at this point.
Those have good teeth.
This light, is it?
His death completed the ritual.
I like how the
The primal is
direction
taking
of
shape.
little random Joes dying
Well, can't
at the
we
beginning of
stop
this
it?
cutscene
There must be something we
helps
can
solve
do.
the problem of I don't care about random Joes dying in MMO where I've killed a billion of them. That's exactly where
There
a good
is
execution of
one thing.
the game helps.
Mhm.
What? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
But that's impossible. We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days.
Helamigans mentioned who they tried to
Though
summon
I
before.
concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Timtimati, of course. The staff still holds enormous power, broken or
Okay,
not.
so he has the busted staff from the 1.0 to Realm
Don't you
Reborn
dare,
transition
Papalimo.
cutscene.
I know how that spell works.
Sacrificial potato.
It is time to leave.
Please don't be successful in sealing the
Quite
cool
right.
primal. I want to fight the
Off
cool
you go.
primal.
The further away, the better.
It's the Undertale problem.
No, if you're staying, then so am I.
No, Ida. There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here. Not like this. Take her! Please, you have to take her!
What? No! Damn it, Thancred! Put me down! Thancred!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Go!
That's cool. Gives you the decision and like the screen goes, the saturation drops.
What'd you choose?
Stay aside. Oh, cool.
Hilda! I think he means now!
Oh, there's no way, right? It's like, oh, I'm playing an RPG, and if the bad guy gets the 7 doohickeys, he'll be able to summon Doohickey Prime. It's like, he's always going to summon Doohickey Prime. There's never going to be a game that actually lets you stop that from happening, right?
Let us
Best
see
case, you
how good a
collect all
student
7 pieces, and then you have to trade them for a friend or something. And then you're going to kill Doohickey Prime anyway. Cool.
What is a piece of media that has resisted that urge of talking about a villain without using him? I can only think of Lord of the Rings right now.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Peter Jackson came this close to putting Sauron in the final film too.
Really glad he didn't. That was cool. So the scene with Papalino smiling and like white light filling the screen mirrored a scene from the 1.0 to Realm Reborn transition cutscene with Louis Sois getting burnt up. Their in-engine cutscenes are the best in the business. It's unbelievable what they're able to pull off. Really cool. So we just start adding more moons. We need to do a moon summoning spell. Is there like a lunar Esper somewhere in the Final Fantasy series?
Hmm.
We'll have to do the
Fenrir.
lunar whale. Yeah, Fenrir, I guess. We've already fought him in this one, haven't we? We gotta have an expansion that takes place on the moon. Wasn't there
Yes.
some ending of something that showed the moon? Like there were
Not in
people-
4, right? Fusoya was a moon person.
Oh, I mean in Final Fantasy XIV, wasn't there a cutscene
Oh,
we saw
okay.
at some point that showed people on the moon, like Asians or something?
Yes, I think you're right.
That's how the darkness guys were introduced. You saw Dirklander on the moon at the end of beating Heavensward.
So we don't yet know what their connection is to the moon then. We know they're from a different world. We don't know if that means they're from the moon.
Well, I just want a good lunar cry scene.
Yeah.
Something else positive from FF8. Although
Yeah.
I guess some people think that's a bit of a jumping the shark part of FF8.
Alright. Party Finder's up for folks who wanted to join 8765. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Running to the restroom.
itself a Zodiarch. That would be interesting. Bahamut Omega sounds like my screen name I might have chosen back in middle school.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Super Saiyan Bahamut Omega.
caps some lowercase. Poke fun, but I mean, Bahamut Zero is not much better.
Yeah, yeah.
They've always they've worn the tryhard very proudly in this series. I think that's the correct way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that semantics has always been a little niggling thing for me in games that have an ultimate weapon and an omega weapon. What? Which one is ultimate?
Alright. So we only have one rando. That's always a treat. So that means maybe with this cross-server party finder, we might actually be able to do Binding Coil without any randos.
Oh boy!
Alright, you guys ready to queue into 812?
Yes.
That's right.
Soul of the Creator, right?
Go repair. Second away.
How you doing, HDL? Cool. Tanglement break is required. That's unusual. Okay.
Ah.
Better do it.
DPS. So there's no off-tank mechanics in this?
Here we go.
Alexander Prime. Mega Holy. Okay, seems correct. We said Holy Judgment's his super move. Mission points.
Yeah.
Get the West adds. Okay. Sacrament. You don't want to stand in that. Oh, that's pretty new. Okay. I see this is a remix of the tune we've been hearing all throughout.
Yeah.
Blazing Scourge. Don't stand next to people with the big orb icons, presumably. I see, we're keeping them together, so AoE can hit all of them. Sure. Oh, these are giving us a ton of limit break. Gotcha, each time we kill one. That's really cool for Alexander, too. Has always been kind of a defensive summon.
Yeah.
That you have to use the tank limit break. And I like having each of them dying, giving you extra limit break being your tell conveyance. No, that's what you're supposed to do. I was just thinking the other day that it's kind of crazy that like the tank limit break is never necessary.
What does it do?
It increases everyone's defense significantly, so it probably just the math works out that it's enough to keep you from dying.
Is that a certain level, or that's
Level 3. I think there's each of them does that. Does level 3 make you invincible or something? Never used it. Whoa!
It's a big shield. Shit.
Oh shit. Used it. That was pretty rad.
Cool.
Nice.
Kill me.
Chrono Flow.
So green means don't stack.
Whoa.
Watch your cooldowns. They're frozen too.
Ah.
So I thought that was still a stacking thing and that green was something else you don't want to stack for.
Only the green arrows don't stack, everybody else has to stack.
Oh,
I think that was
okay.
the confusion. Basically, the green arrow is another nuke.
Gotcha. I like how the music cuts out and everything goes sepia.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. That's cool. What's the pattern on that Sacrament attack? Can you tell what directions it's going to go?
I think it's 45 degrees from the way he's facing. Even though the lights are in different spots, it's just it's a big beam.
Gotcha. It's like an X pattern around him?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like Tien's tri-beam, kind of. Except it actually does a tri-beam.
Yeah,
Time
yeah.
gates. Interesting. What are they doing? Go into the portal.
Does a healer need to go in the portal?
Oh, that's pretty rad, actually. This is kind of like the. Oh, and they can transfer between platforms and one of them dies. Gotcha. So it's kind of like the Ozma fight. I like that they have this mechanic. So did everyone end up leaving? Oh, I just did a cool attack. Interesting. Oh, so this is a time travel mechanic? Interesting. Wonder if that's gonna happen again. Did it like record what was happening to us earlier in the fight? That's pretty awesome. I think he was trying to go back in time and send ads to kill us at the beginning of the fight. Full stasis. Stack up.
On Ebb.
Man, that's so cool. The music cutting out in the CPU.
Hi. Stacky stack.
I'm not
God
sure why
damn
that
it.
keeps killing me. I don't have the green hyper arrow. Whoa! Holy shit.
Communion.
Stacky stack. Stacky stack. Yeeh. Got me.
Oh my god.
Sense.
This.
Lasers just kind of like stay away from each other.
I think you're mapping out where he's going to nuke when the time freezes.
Oh.
Because it doesn't do any damage.
Interesting. Oh, wow, that's really cool. Okay. Huh. This is definitely one of the coolest fights they've done in the whole game.
Got him.
Cool.
Was that correct that when we went through the portal we were stopping him from killing us in the past, or what was happening there? That's pretty great. So we can just need all this stuff, right?
I think. Yeah, the relevant content is what we're about to do now. So I think this is all have absolute limited restriction.
That was pretty awesome. I couldn't tell during that fight, but could we see like a recording of ourselves down there? Did it have like ragdolls or models of our characters in the little time travel window?
Travel one? Or no?
So what all did it capture? Did it just have our characters moving around at that time, or did it just like use our models?
Do you mean, were you guys present outside the portals? You weren't present at all.
Well, when we go into the portal, we can see the old battlefield in the center of the stage, and we can see Alexander attacking, presumably us. Like, what aesthetic stuff did they put down there? Is it just like our character models standing still? Does it capture our movement in some way?
Nah, there's just the people who didn't go in the portals, I think. I'm not sure if I'm understanding you correctly, but...
Apparently that mechanic in the fight, we're actually going back in time to keep Alexander from killing us earlier in the fight. So we see a recording of our own characters that were in that part of the fight, like 10 minutes prior. Or a few minutes prior. Let me look at the live DVR on YouTube. It's not just that you're looking down on like your party members that didn't go in the portals that are currently down there, you're actually looking into the past in the same fight.
Spider-Man neat.jpg.
Yeah, so it's just our models are just frozen still in time in like the stasis while he's casting his ability earlier in the fight. So you deal with his holy judgment twice. There's a time he actually casts it, and then you go back and stop it from wiping you, killing his ads.
Cool.
That's a really aggressive mechanic.
It's cool though. That's a fun fight again to watch on Savage if you ever catch somebody doing it on stream.
Oh, what happens? So what's the difference in Savage?
Oh, it's been a while, but there's a lot of chaos going on. Sure, the guys in chat who've done it have a lot more insight, but I feel bad every time I see cutscenes from this Alexander questline though. There's some interview that somebody did with the story writer some time ago where they basically asked the person who wrote it, why is this not as good as Binding Quill's story? I think about that every time I see some cutscene. Poor woman, she tried her hardest to write a good story. Not that bad.
So the time travel part's kind of cool, but Coil's like really critical to what Final Fantasy XIV is all about and like the transition from 1.0 to 2.0, right? So this is just kind of like, hey, there's a big, scary, holy robot, and time travel? Also a lady who touches her scar, and goblins.
Still kind of odd to me that there's not any more dragon people as far as the main characters you encounter in the game. Basically just her and Ninja Girl. I like the designs of those characters though. It kind of was.
You guys still up for Dunscaith, the 24-man thing?
Sure.
Sure.
I'm gonna quickly fix my glamour. I should go after this Alexander finishing cutscene here. Oh no, the cyborg goblin's still alive? I'm so threatened. He is a cyborg. Oh, is this going to be a closed time loop?
Lord of Steel and Whirlycogs.
Yeah, okay, so the reason Alexander shows up in the past is because this happened, and to send him to the past. How very Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 8 of them. Stable time loops are the only way to do time travel that makes any sense, I think. Outside of, like, I guess Dragon Ball Z rules is that time travel takes you to a different world, right? You can't actually change history in any given world line. That makes sense,
it's a
too.
Back to the Future model.
But Back to the Future, he actually changes his own world line, right? Because he starts to disappear.
Well, that's true. I mean, I guess there's sort of split, right? Because in the second movie, he does make an offshoot of the timeline.
That's true.
So yeah, you can. I guess you can make different futures, but the past is always the same. It's sort of a half and half.
Because in Dragon Ball Z, like, Trunks could go back and kill Vegeta before he has a chance to be his dad, and it wouldn't affect Trunks because it's a totally different world that he's on. But if Marty McFly went back and killed George McFly, he would stop existing.
Well, Marstead, if you go watch the new Dragon Ball Super, you might have more insight into the rules of Dragon Ball Z time travel.
Is Super good?
It's super good. I love it. I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, and Super is just really good.
I'll have to check it out. I hear it's got like the tone of the original Dragon Ball. A little sillier, which I like. I know it's more Akira Toriyama's comfort zone.
It's got some of that, but it's got the good parts of Dragon Ball Z too. I mean, it's they made these two movies. I mean, they've been making movies a lot, but the last two movies were like theatrical release and very well done, and they're canon movies. And then the new show it rehashes those two movies because they're canon, and then keeps going. It's pretty good.
Oh, so you don't have to watch the movies; you can just watch the new show.
But you should watch the movies instead of the show episodes, because the show episodes are basically them stalling for time while they're creating a story, and they're much worse animated than the movies. And
the movie's really pretty.
Yeah, you have to watch the movies. But that's really the genius of what they've done. They've actually created good filler in an anime. It's mind blowing. After years of shonen anime having crap for these things as pure money-making ventures,
right?
Dragon Ball has gone out and actually, frankly, a lot of times when a filler episode comes around outside of their main storyline, it's better.
That's interesting.
It's really weird. They've got such a conglomeration of fans making the material now in conjunction with Toriyama.
Yeah, I bet that the folks on their staff are people who grew up with it, right?
Yeah.
It's like how we're seeing that with video games now. Hey, Retro.
Yeah.
A little DP, so I always interpreted that to mean, like, make sure you don't tell them because, like, kid Trunks need to exist in your timeline, not that me, adult Trunks, I will stop existing, you know? Because they still need to have kid Trunks in their timeline for fusion shenanigans. Inside a mathematical simulation. There's no paradoxes. The other kind of time travel that works, so there's DBZ time travel, world lines, there's stable time loops, and there's the best time travel, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, where you don't actually have to do any time travel, you just say, sometime in the future I intend to do this thing, and then it happens automatically. It really only works for comedy, but it makes sense, right? You think it's one of those, why don't they just, in most time travel media, why don't they just say, after the report, we'll go back? I don't remember the context for that quote. Probably go back, since it has a date stamp there. December 16th. Oh, that's cool. The cat exists to gently nudge things on the right timeline. By gently nudge, they mean, like, charge into.
Paired.
I'm going to add an or whatever command to count the number of times Darkseer says it.
Give him a squall avatar.
Yeah, right. Well, he doesn't do the ellipses.
Good. I died enough on the first boss to make a significant dent unscathed last time, so I'm good to go this time.
Just finished that cutscene series. Let me do some glamour stuff really quick. I should be good to queue in for Dunscape in about 5-10 minutes.
Watch, you'll get a drop from the first boss and ruin it.
Right.
How it always works.
I used to carry this shit around with me.
Apex, have you seen many of the Oscar nominations this year?
No, I actually haven't looked at the list to see what else on there, but I know I haven't seen Casey Affleck's film. I guess it got a lot.
I'm happy for them, not having seen the film yet. Manchester, I think, right? By the
Yeah, I like him.
Man,
Liked
he's
him
been
in
good
Jesse
so
James.
long. He's just like Ben Affleck in that he's been good and underappreciated for so long that I'm just kind of like, well, good, give him a nomination.
Did Arrival get a nod?
It got a Best Picture nod.
Oh, nice.
And Mel Gibson is completely dug himself out of his Hollywood hole because he got directing and Best Picture nods for Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in actually going and watching that now. Yeah, I mean, it's been explained to me that between La La Land and Manchester by the Sea, there's a lot of emotion in the potential winners. Kind of look forward to seeing both of those.
I like the concept of this fat, like, bomber's trench coat, but I'll have to have a cohesive appearance to be able to do it. Alright, I'll actually buy a few more of those in case we get any drops. I can craft them too, but easy.
I think it'd be funny if Meryl Streep wins for Best Actress and then gets another platform to annoy Trump on.
Right.
That would be very funny.
What's the function of the Alexandrian gear? Does that turn into anything?
The gear, I think, is for the accessories. Is that? Oh, that's not right.
What is the lockout matter?
Oh, like you can only roll on one thing, or get one thing, and then not roll anymore.
Oh, the gear is for the weapon. That's right. So you need like 7 to turn in for the weapon. So I guess there might be a lockout on that, so you can't just get the weapon the first week Alexander 12 came out.
But you can just do Alexander 12 over and over 7 times now to get it?
I think so, if they lifted the lockout.
Okay. I'm ready for queuing into Dunscaith whenever you guys are.
Same.
They are finishing some cutscene.
Okay, no worries. You need 7 gears and 1,000 scriptures. Okay, thanks Excalibur. Do you get a gear every time you run it?
Generally, yeah. I don't know, I shouldn't say that. I haven't participated in that.
Oh, that's weird. So they want you to run it 7 consecutive weeks to get your 260 weapon. Which probably isn't that competitive with the HQ 250 weapon, right? Huh.
Yeah, I guess at the time it was like the best you could get outside of raiding and getting a particular drop, so they didn't want progression raiders getting that the first week.
What's the effective eye level difference if you have the HQ version of a crafted item? Is it like +5, +10 eye level?
It's a good question. In my mind, it's somewhere around +10 or 20. It's almost always worth it for the price difference.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I mean, it actually only counts toward your average eye level, but like, what's the stat equivalence is what I'm asking. Really? So I'm not sure if that's true. Can look at some of the stuff we found versus, yeah, so like the Parashu is an I-210, not crafted item. I don't think the NQ 210 weapon is worse stats than the Parashu. If one exists. I guess I don't know if I have one to compare against.
I've been surprised at the cap before. That's all that I know. I usually have to compare though.
170 is 67 damage. $180 is 63. He's actually crafting. That's a huge jump, wow. But it like cheats your eye level? The eye level still counts, right? If you get like an I-250 NQ,
yeah.
It treats you as having a higher average item level, but it doesn't actually benefit you stats-wise, unless if you get the HQ version, which is the standard. Alright. I'll go turn in this Rising Stones quest while Apex is doing unlocks.
I guess that's what I was doing. I thought that was necessary, but I'm done now.
Oh, do you have to use the Duty Finder to enter Dunscaith?
Yes.
there like a free login weekend or something? There's a lot of noobs sitting around these early towns right now.
There's some sort of thing where you could get a friend to come back for a while. Like it limits the number of hours they can be signed in for.
Oh wait, sorry. That checkbox.
Oh, thanks. Didn't uncheck it. Ready?
Yep.
My bad.
To 11 minutes. Okay.
Does that likely mean that like only the scrubs are running this content now, like we had with Ozma before?
That's what it was whenever I queued in past couple times.
Those people who are super serious about it are doing it at the reset on like Tuesday or Wednesday.
I don't know if it implies anything about like server populations or thing. It just might be whatever algorithm they use now. Ends up being slower, but this is about par for the course for 24-man content though. First comes out. Oh yeah, Darkstar, I got that message. I appreciate it. You messaged me whenever I was going in and out of Steam a billion times to record Dark Souls 2 Soul Level 1, so I couldn't respond.
Did you put your Soul Level 1 playthrough up?
If you check my YouTube, I've got all of 3, everything that I did record in Bloodborne, and the Dark Souls 2 that I've done so far.
So you've done all the main game, but not the DLC?
I've got through 3 of the 9 DLC bosses now, so just 6 guys left. Got through Ivory King, I killed Ava. In Iron King, I've killed Blue Smelter and Fume Knight. And got the rest of them to do.
Oh, you got Fume Knight. Wow, that must have been rough.
I thought it was gonna be. It was easier than I thought, honestly. Blue Smelter, honestly, is the biggest headache so far. I don't know if it was apparent first time through, but he's got an RNG randomizer to the delay on all his attacks, which is in contrast to the first Smelter. So I actually had to put my headphones on the floor and just use visual cues only, because if you use the audio cues, it'd mess you up.
Really?
No.
That explains a lot. I had so much trouble with Smelter Demon just in my main playthrough.
Yeah. Well, honestly, the hardest part of Dark Souls 2 Soul Level 1 is running to the boss, in contrast to every other game. The boss runs are just terrible. So you have to either clear out enemies or load a save on PC or something to make it manageable, honestly.
It's pretty cool having the start of this. Oh, is that Death Gaze?
Yep.
It is. Nice.
Whoa.
It even looks like the FF6. That's pretty sweet. Alright, I'm down.
If you're not a multiple level 5. Oh wait.
Shit.
Okay, stand behind pillars.
Crap. I always died at that.
Oh wait, what? Why did I die? I was out of it.
Yeah.
I couldn't
I
tell what
always
was
think
happening.
the same thing too.
Why did I not die? Were you running in the same direction everyone else was?
Yeah.
I think the window's just really tight for that.
Oh shit, okay. So, got it. That wall. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you want to be like in the center whenever this is happening.
I see. You have to kind of run far enough away the first time he does it.
That's
that you
it,
don't
yeah.
get
To be able to survive the additional pullbacks. Okay.
Alright, get behind the ice whenever you see it.
Whoa!
Oh,
You
not
get
behind.
not behind the ice.
In,
Yeah,
between,
sorry.
yeah. I was like, it's kind of hard to get back here. Oh.
Yeah, I know, right? That cast timer seems really aggressive.
It's alright, this is already going much, much better than my last one.
Oh, really?
Much, much, much better.
Doom, not level 5 Doom though.
Hey, missed everybody. Right?
Void Sprite appears.
Bad.
Oh, God.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Blood. You don't have to run too far from the impact point of the pillars. The knockback of arrow 4 is be worse. Okay. Have to cleanse something? Is it Doom that has to be cleansed?
There's a Doom, yeah.
Okay. Alright, here comes Blizzard 4. Nope, didn't make it in time. We would have had to start
Okay.
moving right away to know where he was going to land it.
Most of the
Is there a
party-
tell to show where that was going to land?
Followed everybody else.
Good healer, limit break 3. Thanks. Void Death 4. Okay, I see. Doom on me.
Yeah, I
No
get
wonder
it.
Doom.
What was the countdown on it? I didn't see.
I didn't get a chance
I
to
had a
see.
3.
I'll try
It
to
said
watch
3, but I didn't know if it was 3 seconds.
it. Yeah, it seems really aggressive.
I think it's a slow 3. Does he use ice attacks in 6? I forgot.
Is he weak to ice? I don't know.
I don't know. Every time I've fought him, I've always
Weak to
like
fire.
really overpowered him.
He's absolutely weak to fire because I know
Okay.
Fire 3 is a strat.
God
I
dang
don't
it.
remember ice.
Void Death. Yeah, you gotta be moving the whole time. I think that's right.
is safe. Got him.
Hooray!
It's pretty cool. Island from the Tome.
Got some healer gear too.
Nice.
Always an Alliance A. It's not even a confirmation bias thing. I bet if you went and checked my logs, I'm always in Alliance A.
Fancy. This is cool with the giant moon in the background and the castle. This is pretty similar to the visual style they did with Diablos in Final Fantasy XI. They fleshed out his story a lot more in 11. You didn't really have a story in 8, right? You just had like the genie bottle that you summoned him with.
Yeah, just Sid has him for some weird ass reason.
Yeah. Here, you might not want to fight random encounters anymore. Summon this.
This
guy.
will kill you if you touch it. There you go.
What was the story in 11, if you remember?
Oh, it's been too long. I still want to do a FF11 story playthrough. I even reactivated my account. I was going to do it with Galactic Kodiak, but I think his schedule changed. But if anyone's interested in doing FF11 sometime.
Oh yeah, I'm down for that if I have time.
Yeah. Do you know what your work schedule is going to look like?
Not yet. I can't really tell you at the moment.
Kill crystals ASAP. When you know, let me know. Maybe we could schedule something.
Yeah.
It would be fun.
11, I still feel like I missed out.
It's a good game.
I mean, I understand a lot of it is just more grindy, but I mean, I'm at the point now where I would rather have grind to add difficulty than just have something be easy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, there was grind in the game, but that game was legit fucking hard. You were not going to win with a pug on most of the main story content. It just wasn't going to happen. I got petrified.
Yeah. So if you notice the guys on both sides
Yeah.
are casting an eye, so you have to look north or south.
Okay. Whoa.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know how much they've nerfed the game. For me, reactivating my account, they've definitely made it easier to get around. Like, there didn't used to be any way to teleport between areas, so like, if you wanted to go from the first nation that you start in to a different nation, you were looking at about 45 minutes of airship and boat travel time to get there. And I think they added some crystals you can teleport between now.
Definitely helps if at the expense of my immersion.
Yeah, right?
I don't have to travel. The balance. I don't mind though, like literally when I play Pokemon nowadays it is so easy that I have to turn off the EXP share because literally it's not doing anything but make it more grindy, but I prefer it being that way.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy if you don't do it.
Man, why can't we get a hard Pokemon game?
I know.
Yep. Would be nice.
I know it's for kids, but all those kids are grown up now.
Yeah, for real.
I think if they made it into a setting, make it an optional thing. I know, right, Retro, the basic conveyance unit?
Look, it's our favorite 4-man dungeon boss.
Oh yeah, not Kefka.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the giant birds will tether to Renotomos. Okay, I will pay attention to them. Anything else we should know about that Flarewing?
If I remember, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Nuke it, dot it.
Yeah. See those spinning sides? Watch out for those, like in the original 4-man.
Do they
Don't
eat
stand
you,
in bad.
Yatomos? Does he do the charm thing we have to look away from as well?
I don't remember.
When we were in Japan, I played the Dissidia arcade game, and I played as Kefka. Andrea kicked my ass as Cloud, but his animations are fucking hilarious in that. You look it up sometime.
I think I saw the announcement trailers. They looked pretty cool.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing. The Atamos are there's like 3 of them, and okay. First of all, opposite color.
Opposite
Turn them
color?
all blue. Turn them all blue.
Okay. Gotcha.
Walk
We were
through
able to
most of
flip whichever one. But if multiple people walk through them, okay, I understand.
Oh, they all need to be blue. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I was
It's
turning
not-
a bunch of them red, so that was on me.
Yeah, no, it's the opposite of that other mechanic we did with the red-blue, where we had to be the same color. This time you gotta turn them all the other color, because it's a debuff.
Oh, that was funny. This guy wasn't explicitly a jester before, right? In the 4-man dungeon.
Yeah, he wasn't something... Okay, so you see those Atamos? There's 3 of them, and they function as teleporters for something bad, and 2 of them, and 1 of them functions as a safe spot. I think that's how it goes, and I don't remember exactly how you know that, which one is which, but that's what's going on.
Just let healers handle the circles. Okay. What are we DPSing? Are we like DPSing prevent a mechanic from happening there, or?
What's orange chat? What's the command?
Slash A.
Slash A enter. Alliance chat.
I think they mean when the circles are whatever color, you have to turn them to the opposite color.
Yeah. So if you
There's
check
not-
everybody's name, they'll have a debuff that's either red or blue, all down the line on the left. And if it's all red debuff, then you turn them all blue. It's all blue debuff.
And I guess their goal with having healers handle it is if everyone's trying to handle it, there's too many cooks in the kitchen, because every person who steps on it switches the color.
Right. Well, that's why we wiped. It's because I changed all the colors. So that's why. Thank you, Darkstar, for
Good deal.
actually explaining it instead of this other guy.
Yeah.
Oh, the salt. We're waiting on a healer.
If we're just waiting on a single healer, it probably is better to go. We could actually run up against the limit here if we wait too long.
Oh, really?
There could be enough deaths on some later bosses, yeah.
Okay.
"24 mans, you can usually... It's kind of mean, but 1 or 2 is not going to matter. Now, 6 or 7 absolutely will. Probably will.
Alright, so that one orb is tethered to the Atomos. What is happening? He's eating the orb. I didn't really perceive what happened after he ate the orb.
Nothing seemed to explode around that one, so perhaps that was the safe spot.
I think the different colors have different AoEs. The blue ones, it's a standard big AoE. The orange ones had a safe zone right on top of them.
Okay.
And it might be that the orb triggers the explosion, I'm not sure.
So they're all going around the orange one because they saw the orange one get pulled. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay. I think I understand.
Cool. Alright, so... All fire.
Should all be blue, right? Or no, red. All
It
red.
should be red.
Gotcha. I understand what was happening here last time. Spawned a bunch of ads. Presumably just all need to die.
So yeah.
They were all shooting fireballs at us last time since we chose to wipe here. Looks like they
Something
give...
tried to petrify us there. I don't know what I was looking away from to dodge it.
I think
There's
it's
probably-
the one at south, if I'm correct.
Oh, the different creatures have different abilities?
I just noticed the last time when we were wiping at the south one. South for the Asamos.
Oh, okay, so they're eating them and then teleporting them around? Yeah, I just got petrified. I didn't see what caused it.
Bubble. Heal.
Bubble.
Alright.
Ads cast the petrify. Okay. Stay
That
away
time
from
the orange
blue.
one made a AoE with no safe zone.
Huh. The orb color might be what the difference is. Are you talking about
That
the
could
Atomos
be.
color?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I think there's a blue orb, and then there's like an orange orb that looks like a chain, basically. Uh-oh. This isn't gonna be bad for us in this corner, maybe. Lucky.
Ate it. Watch out for the spinning blades.
Okay.
Right around here.
What is this, Castlevania?
Yeah.
Debilitator. It's never a good thing. Okay. So, blue
Stacky stack.
stack. Switching the colors is a pretty cool mechanic. I don't think I've seen that in this game before. Stuff on the ground, anyway.
It's just meant to troll 24 mans. That's all it's
Yeah.
for.
Here's a mechanic where we can wipe everybody if one person screws it up. Everybody play jumper.
Yeah.
Alright, so the orange one is safe zone is inside of it. I see.
He's
That's
the
why
one
they're all
blue.
running over there. Yeah. So it's the color of the little snake Ouroboros thing is the one that safe zones inside, and the blue orb is safe zones away from.
Oh, well, it kind of makes sense, right? The orb is going to be a circular blast, and the circle Ouroboros has a safe zone in the middle.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's cool. How do I know where they're teleporting to? It's based on the color? I see. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna go stand in this orange one. Got it. That's actually pretty cool.
It's so much more fun to do these the couple days after they release, because everybody else is also figuring stuff out like this.
Yeah.
And nobody gets
right.
salty for you. Or rather, less people get salty. Some people still will. But
all this ninja gear, jeez. Unable to obtain. It's the worst. Diablos is probably the final boss, I guess. We've never actually fought Diablos, right?
oh, we fought him in
Oh, right, that one, yeah, the hard mode. That's right. I remember feeling like this is pretty mild. I guess that sets a precedent, like if they wanted to bring back Fenrir and do a cooler fight, they could.
So far, you've never seen anybody be brought back. But, in cutscenes. I locked out at this fight the first time. They locked out like a whole entire party. And they spent 30 minutes here.
Whoa! Whoa, the skin on this thing is really cool. It's hard to see with all the effects. Now, did those AoE circles at the end, was that based on party member positioning?
I think it's just where the slimes are at.
Okay.
They call them plans or slimes in 15, Patrick. I forget.
Oh, they're all, they change the name sometimes, like they're different desserts, though.
Right.
Flan sometimes.
Pudding.
Yeah, I thought some puddings. Never seen a foobar, though.
The M beside the boss's name. Oh, it's just, it's a unique indicator. Oh, he's charming us? Pulling us in?
Charmed us. It's like Siren.
Gotcha.
So, the idea is you want to run through the muck when he does that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The muck cleanses it or something?
The damage takes it off, yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. The little letter next to enemy names is just because sometimes you're fighting multiples of the same enemies, so it assigns a unique letter to each enemy on the field. It can help with specifying who you're targeting if there's multiple adds. So like there's foobar R and foobar Q. Nice. Wow, look at the entrance to this place. New Kingdom Hearts now.
Yeah!
They're in the Disney Castle. hands come out of her back, make sure you're directly in front of her or behind her. I don't recognize her from Final Fantasy. Floor changes into goop, don't move. If you have a red AoE marker above your head, run to the outside of the room. Okay. Don't move in goop. Stay in front or behind. When she has hands out of her back, red markers move to the outside. Got it.
Yeah, when she starts spamming a bunch of moves visually, everybody move out of her AoE range.
Okay.
Immediately. She'll spam it on the main tank.
Let's see.
So now, get out of her AoE. See, that comes out quick if you don't do that.
I didn't see. How did we know? Did she cast something on the tank and that was Artel?
No, there's no cast at all. She just starts her animations get quick, real quick. You can tell she's moving a bunch.
The floor changes don't do anything. Okay, be directly behind or directly in front. Gotcha.
So somebody had a red marker and she's jumping to them.
Oh, okay.
So
And
we
it's
have
to keep the
stay away
AoE
from
off of everyone. Gotcha.
There's no time to get any DPS in that window either. You just gotta run away from that person.
Sure. Stay still,
No,
don't do
we're not.
anything.
Alright. So everybody that got rooted did not stay still.
Okay. But we can start doing stuff again after we've gotten rooted.
Yeah. It's just a dot that she puts on.
Let's run away from that. That's what purple AoE usually means, right? Proximity-based damage.
Move the ad.
Trying to.
Ah, he says that's good.
Pretty aggressive timing.
Yeah.
Okay, get
Hands
behind
out.
her.
Yeesh, she moved. There's a lust over there she's about to jump to.
Okay.
He died.
Shade thrust? I forget this one. It's a big attack in front of her.
Yeah, it's a big attack in front, so it's play to her back. But see, it's not obvious. Move.
Don't move.
Oh, fuck it up. If you have a tether, don't move. Yeah, you don't have a lot of time to respond to the don't move attack.
No,
Is there a
gee.
cast for it?
I don't think so. I'm not
You
seeing.
should just generally not be moving just in case. Like I was saying, Retro, that's just a letter to separate them out from each other. So like Jester Z, Jester Y, they just put a letter next to every enemy's name. It helps if multiple enemies have the same name and tell them apart. We want these to be stacked up or away from each other?
Person in each. Oh, you were talking about the
ads, yeah. Looks like they can be next to each other for AoE. You notice every single enemy has a letter next to them. It's just a unique indicator to help with that, that's all. It usually doesn't come up, and maybe you're like focused down Jester I, you know. Yeah, it's like Dragon Quest. Slime A, Slime B. Same idea.
Feel a bubble.
Bubble. Oh, cool. I like the idea of savvy healers using their bubble to like tell people where to stand. I've done the fight a bunch of times. People tend to gravitate towards them in these 24-man fights. One person has to stand in each of these. Is that correct?
It's at least one, yeah.
At least one, okay. So probably like range DPS healers.
In a 24 man, it's hard to coordinate.
Yeah.
So it's just like, if you're close to it.
Yeah, I go stand in it. And you see that it's empty. Her obsession is with 30 stack.
Don't make a stack right there.
In the AoE, right. Run away from the purple. X.
Alright. Healer, limit break 3 if it's appropriate for our group. Alright, if you can take the ad away.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Is that because the ad was too close?
A lot of DPS was down at that point.
Gotcha. Most of the boss tells are communicated via visual effects, though. There's only a couple things that are actually on the boss's model, and those are so huge that you can't miss them, like the giant wings coming out of her back.
Wings are curved such that it's not always immediately obvious where she's facing, though. It's a little bit of a careful eye.
I just try to stand in between her wings. I'm gonna break pull because we'll rebuild the bar, I guess. Wonder if it's
Yeah,
better
we're
to
in.
just have it. Thanks. Yeah, I haven't been able to tell how to get out of that.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Don't move. Didn't matter. Still moved a little bit.
Just a little though.
I know, right?
Be better.
There's got to be like an ability order or something that lets you suspect that that's about to come in. It seems like it started about the same point in the fight.
It's actually pretty harmless. Maybe that's just because, you know, Darkstar's a good healer
Run
too. But
from the purple.
I think it's more of a Shane mechanic than anything.
Right.
I think they might go easy on you in this first phase with that one.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
maybe so.
That time the ad just spawned further away, I feel like. Nice.
Sorry, I put you right in the middle of that.
No worries. Ended up being okay. I'll wait to accept next time. That time I felt like the ad just happened to spawn further away from her as well. Maybe the main tank anticipated where she was going to be and moved her, stand behind her. It's pretty standard for MMO fights, Retro, given that you have all of these abilities and you don't want to like turn off spell effects during these combats. What does the hand tether mean? Is it just pulling people toward them? Shadow limbs? So fight is very Kingdom Heartsy. Seems like hey, I managed to actually stand still for
Woot.
once.
Yay. It could be dead.
Then I got hit by her fast AoE. Ads, it doesn't matter where they stand.
Grab that there,
See
hound.
the things floating around on the outside of the map?
What the fuck are those?
Yeah, right? Evil stuffed animals.
Oh god, paralyzed. This is new.
I like how they just randomly have that chimera with all his normal mechanics. It's an ad.
It's pretty fun. They had that with the boss that summons Behemoth too, right? Just a mechanic. It's like World of Warcraft's approach, because there's a lot of spell effects in that game. Usually they'll make the boss really huge, so even if the character's only supposed to be human size, they'll make it like 20 times as tall as it would actually be in game as an NPC. And then it'll often... Final Fantasy 14 does a lot of conveyance with ground effects, which is nice. It's part of the engine. I guess Guild Wars 2 did that too. I'm trying to think old WoW would do voice commands. I guess everybody... They eventually just expected everyone to have deadly boss mods, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they actually designed with that assumption.
Meteor's out. Got it. Whoa.
Stack.
Got it.
Deadly boss mods basically would just tell you when every mechanic was going to come up in every single boss fight. Run away from the purple.
Call out the ad when he comes.
Adds here.
There he is.
Stack? Question mark? No, there is a stack thing right when the ad spawned though.
Yeah. Got him.
GG. So if the ad's still alive when that cast goes off, we're hosed or something? Stay behind her. Don't move. It really is don't move. I think you can auto attack and stuff.
Yeah, you can still cast.
Whoa. That's pretty cool.
Come to me!
Oh my god.
I would have heavily recommended against using our limit break, but oh well.
Yeah, save it
DPS
for...
decided to do that.
We can ask after this fight.
It's alright, we've got two groups up. They may be able to do it.
Add minions, additional
God,
minion, additional enemy. Mob also means an enemy. Add usually implies something that's been brought into the fight though after the fact.
Try some non-shit DPS. Good. Don't ever raise Draco.
Yeah, it's just a waste of mana. I'm trying to get you, but there keeps being shit that
So,
comes on the ground.
Got it. Raise me now. That's good that we beat Skathak though. That was one of the bottlenecks here. Don't mean to shit on Draco. He's probably just new.
Whoa! The statues here.
Double?
That's cool.
Did you believe my fake out that you weren't gonna fight Diablos? I'm sure you did.
Monk gear.
Wow, give me one of those.
Nice. This is a really cool arena too, with all the statues and the moon.
Yeah.
Lost a healer. After a successful attempt. Have you done a lot of games, Retro, that have fights like this that require like tons and tons of people to participate at the same time on a boss? Summon these additional mobs? Yeah.
That's really what MMOs bring to the table.
I'm gonna wait till that healer gets here. Turn away during Nightmare. Okay, that's the same actually as the Final Fantasy XI fight. I remember that now.
Yeah. If something new pops up, kill it.
So that's gates when we spawn. Three doors spawn on in the middle. B will all go into it and kill the ad.
So that's good to denote that. He means Alliance B, by the way. That's obvious.
Okay. So we'll go through a door as well. We just won't go in the one in the middle. Go in the one with the marker A.
Kill the other doors.
Oh, kill the other doors. Okay.
It's really. Someone thinks it's obvious you should kill a door. Instead of explaining that this might be a little bit of an incongruency with what people expect. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Kill them. I thought they meant ads in that room. It's okay, thanks.
Of course you kill the door. Why wouldn't you just kill the door?
Who doesn't kill doors? That's an everyday thing. Ultimate Terror, I think that's his...
So that was an AoE.
Donut.
Okay. So we gotta kill the door.
Gate.
Oops. Yeah, Nightmare puts you to sleep. I think you take damage. It's like poison sleep, basically. That was the same as Final Fantasy XI. Ruinous Omen. These are all different skill names that he had in 11, his spellcasts.
Really?
Yeah.
So this must be awful if B doesn't do its job, I guess.
Yeah. That was a cool animation. Because the cast bar is so long, I think I agree. Stack. Ultimate Terror is just raid damage, I think. And this one.
I think it's just nearby. Oh no, it hit everybody. I don't know.
I think the center close to him is safe.
Oh.
That makes sense. Nightmare, turn away.
That's what I meant by donut.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. The Ouroboros mechanic. RuneScape is more of like a solo MMO, isn't it? Where's he flying to? Bathe in Primordial Darkness. It's pretty cool. Okay.
Don't.
Oh, it's a life gate. This one's good.
Right?
We didn't like the death gates, but life gate's probably good.
So they went through the door, but we're going to destroy it behind them, I guess.
Channel your Super Saiyan 2 Gohan.
Ah!
Wow, that's pretty great. Yeah. Okay, we gotta kill this death gate to the side over here. This is ours. Assume something good's happening each time we deplete this thing's hit points.
I think we're pushing it a little bit.
Oh, okay. That's cool. We're probably trying to stall for whatever they're doing inside the gate.
keeps pushing it back towards us.
Cool. Impossible! That's cool. Oh, I just noticed that the previous boss's corpse is just hanging out here. Stand in bubble. Interesting.
Yep, so remember both mechanics now from the last two bosses.
Yikes. Dream Shroud. Interesting. Diablos Hollow.
Kamisato!
Kamisato? What? It's the Maga sisters, right?
Yeah.
Have his face.
Hopefully he doesn't use Pisato. We're fucked.
Right.
Doing 0 damage with every hit.
I was gonna say it.
I don't know if it's got stone skin or something.
I like how most of the time they just have a new theme for these last bosses, but they just kind of acknowledge how epic this one that they wrote is. Like, yeah, we're gonna use this.
Yeah, that thing appears behind her. I mean, she's doing a frontal line attack. Now it's taking damage. It must have been like a stone skin or something we were fighting through. Couldn't see. There's too many debuffs down there. Whirlwind things with little
stack?
clock indicators. I think that they follow. So like, there's little shadow orbs, and then a couple characters get an icon over their heads. I think that the little orbs follow that person's movement. So it like travels from where the orbs started to where they ended up, and that's why they all stood just outside of the AoE circle. If that's right, Flarewing.
Not sure.
Kill the Death Gate A.
Ah, fuck.
It's not good. DPS just use Limit Break again? What does purple stack mean?
How heal.
That's what I'm not sure.
They definitely save ours for healing.
Shadow Sphere. Okay, so now the people that have the little icons are standing just outside the circles. Yeah, and the little orbs are gonna like progress toward wherever they landed at the end. Doom, 8 seconds.
Gotcha.
It's on you too.
Yeah. I did!
He'd already committed to time it, probably.
There's a lot of those now.
Yeah,
So
the
you had
final
enough
Crystal
people.
Tower boss had this mechanic. I like it.
I'm gonna save the Limit Break because... Oh, never mind, I died. I can't do it anyway.
Thank you, Cell. Why were you gonna save it?
Because the guys that were dead were the low DPS people that keep dying anyway.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But then I died, so I didn't have any
Then it
save.
made sense.
We almost had it.
Hollow Omen. Look at that cool orb above him there with the butterfly wings on it.
What the fuck?
Holy shit. I don't really understand.
Was I supposed to be? I wasn't in there.
I was standing right in front of the boss and I was okay.
Back.
Earthshaker.
What the fuck?
Stack. Stack.
We're out.
Shadow Sphere materializes. Out on the edge of the map, it's traveling toward him. Do we have to like body block it or something? It looks like someone has to body block it before it reaches him. Probably the tanks, right?
So Earthshaker doesn't have an AoE bar, but it looks like it's across around him. Oh no, that was just in front of him. I don't know, maybe it changes.
Got him. He loses HP real quick at the end there.
It's cool. I feel like that was really smooth compared to like the Ozma one. I wonder if it's just that it's a higher gear requirement, so there's fewer people getting queue into it, or it's later in the expansion.
I think we basically just got lucky with a decent group. More often, we didn't have a whole lot of probably 200 DPS.
No tank here. Did you get the healer gear earlier, Apex, or is it the other guy? Is that Darkseer?
No, I got some earlier.
What does the little token that it gave us do? Mahachi Shilling.
You turn that in together with the ones you get from doing the other Diablos raids to get something.
I see.
It's the incentivizing you to run it once a week for all 3 of the raids.
I see. Oh, 270? Which at this point, 270 is excessive. It's pretty much only if you're doing Savage stuff, I imagine, right?
I'm not sure what the requirement is for Savage, but yeah, that would be what it's for. Honestly, at this point in the patch cycle, with all the raids out, it's more just for I got a higher number type stuff. Trying to future-proof yourself for the next expansion as much as possible.
You sure? That
That's
didn't
my
really
thoughts.
matter with Heavensward, right? Heavensward launched
Right.
and they immediately gave you a bunch of gear that was way better than the stuff that you ended the previous expansion with. I'd almost say the opposite.
It depends on which you had. Like, if you had the Zodiac weapon, that would carry you through to about 58, 59 with that eye level. So if you had other gear that was on par with the Zodiac weapon, then you were good for 8/10 of Stormblood.
Those have been really cool lately. I still feel like the amount of time and investment of going from like 50 to 58 is probably not terribly competitive with the amount of
I
time you have
agree.
to spend getting your relic weapon.
That's the math that I've been doing, basically.
Yeah.
And honestly, you're kind of taking some of the challenge away of what exists when you do too much of that too.
Yeah.
So there's less incentive for me
Imagine
to
each
go
like
all out.
unit time spent enjoying the game from 60 to 68 if they increase the level cap by another 10 will probably be more interesting than each unit time spent getting your relic weapon or getting everything to 270.
There's good reasons you can do it. If you're big in the community and you don't want to be spoiled and you want to rush through as quick as possible, it's probably good to open on patch night for the expansion with all your stuff as high as possible.
Is that ever necessary though? Is there like ever like a first dungeon that unlocks that requires eye level from the previous expansion? At least that's not how Heavensward worked, right? You could do everything.
I don't mean in terms of dungeon. I just mean in terms of I want to get through as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Type stuff.
What?
So I'm going to start at midnight and I'm going to go for 12 hours, like as far as possible.
Get it, Ketchi. What was the first level cap content when Heavensward came out? Like, would you have immediately needed to grind, or did they not release that for a little while after the expansion first launched?
Let's see. I think they gave a couple of weeks before they gave the first Alexander raid, if I remember correctly. They gave like 2 weeks for everybody to beat the game, and they put out Alexander. And then they kind of immediately expected you to do the first Alexander normal before they released the Savage like a week later or very, very close. And then they went through that whole thing of discovering, oh, well, maybe we should stagger a little more between Savage and normal. Maybe we should not require people to do normal before they do Savage and make another way to gear up.
Sure.
Really, the only point that you actually ever hit a bottleneck just trying to complete the story was right at the end, right? In Az's Law, where you had to gear up for that final etherochemical.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I've had too much of a gap in between these cutscenes to really recall what's Ketchi's deal in this game. Is she? I'm assuming it's a she, and is she from this world, a different world? What's her connection to Diablos?
I forget. She has some connection that she explains about during whatever era it was that the world got destroyed. She was on the good side and Diablos was on the bad side of that particular one.
Let's see.
You know how they talk about the Umbral era, 6th Astral and 6th Umbral. Each one of those is a cycle of destruction and all. They were just within the lore of one of those.
So we are done with everything Heavensward related now, right? It's pretty much going back to the old Realm Reborn stuff. What do we have to do to unlock those things now? Like, Coil and Crystal Tower are both kind of a pain in the ass to unlock, is that right?
There's a quest line for Crystal Tower. I don't remember how much there is for Binding Coil. I think Crystal Tower is probably a little more significant, but not too bad.
We had started it. It involved doing some fates and things. I'm gonna mute on stream really quick just to discuss schedule strategy with you guys. We'll be back on stream in a sec, folks. Thanks.
I think I'm done for today.
Cool.
Hey folks, okay, so we're going to be done with Final Fantasy XIV for today. We're going to return and finish up some of the level 50 dungeons, Coil and Crystal Tower, on a future weekend session. I'm actually going to transition directly into the regularly scheduled stream for today. We're going to start Phoenix Wright 2 about an hour early. You'll have to give me about 10-15 minutes to switch that over, so I'll put on some music or something and we'll put up the BRB screen for a while. Thanks folks for hanging out though, it's been fun doing Heavensward, and I'm pretty excited for Stormblood and the upcoming content. See ya in 15 minutes or so.